Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode presented to you by Bollock Studios, where football nutmegs the nonsense. So, of course, for those of you who have tuned in our previous episodes, we have finally reached our very fifth episode, and I would like to take this moment to thank all our subscribers, those who have even dropped your comments. I'm sorry I could not reply to the best I could, for obvious reasons as we are preparing for this episode. Yeah. So this episode is going to be something a little different than the previous one. So as you can see, we have a couple of new additions to our podcast, right? So of course, going through one by one. For those who have tuned in our previous episodes, you are very familiar with Sharif, you are familiar with Kuhan, and our two new additions, two new club supporters of their respective teams. So we have Naveen Raj, who is an out and out United supporter. Thank you for joining us, man. Raj, really is a pleasure to have you, man. And
No
of course,
problem, man.
and we have an out and out Liverpool supporter. So we have Kevin. So obviously, Kevin, thanks thanks for joining us. So this episode is going to be a bit different than the rest. So we are going to obviously we have a couple of topics lined up, and and of course, look, for this special episode is to kind of introduce and to learn a bit more of our footballing backgrounds in terms of the teams that we support, or shall I say, the love and hate relationships. Yeah. So so of course, before we get into all our lined up topics and all that, hey, so boys, how are you guys doing, man? All good, huh?
Yeah.
Good.
Doing
Oh,
man.
good. Nice to see many people in the recording right now, man. Fifth episode, 5 people.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah,
Just about
how,
to say that. Yeah, just about to say that. Yeah.
and how ironic, right? The
Correct.
the third episode we had three.
3.
Wow.
We had the three of us.
So,
Hey, no.
so 6 episode, 6 people lah.
Hey, by the time we reach the end of the season, it's 38. No, so I don't know. This platform can even menampung berat or not. So
Becomes a Zoom call. Becomes a Zoom recording then.
Yeah.
exactly.
Zoom recording.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those who are very new to this this channel, if you are not subscribed, please do so. Hit the like and subscribe, and also turn on the notification bell as well. And feel free to drop in your comments as well. And as we go by, obviously, as much as we're going to talk about the love-hate relationships in football between us, of course, drop us your love-hate relationships as well in the comments below. Yeah. So and of course, do follow us on our socials, which will also be in the description below. So stick around on that. And kicking start the very first topic. So I'm quite curious, lah. You see, I mean, I may not have really deep dived into the into the the background of the clubs that we support, amongst ourselves and all that. I may not have. So for the benefit of our viewers, and of course the benefit for us as well, right? So instead of asking the familiar faces, I don't know, man. I know there has been a lot of talk happening from this particular team. I want to start with the table toppers. So I want to go. I want to go.
Let's go.
I want to start with Liverpool first. And remember, guys, so for those who are tuning in, this whatever has been said here are none other than unscripted. Yeah, there's no script. It's just full-on banters, fun making, and obviously there are some realities to it as well. Yeah. So Kevin, just for the benefit of all, man. I mean, of course, you're wearing the shirt that clearly shows you're a Liverpool supporter.
Something.
Yeah, but we are very, very tempting, very intimidating as well.
Which
But
season?
for
Which season?
Yes, intimidating.
for some fans, I don't know.
That's why
However,
I say. Now it's for Kuchen. Liverpool is for Kuchen right now.
No lah. No.
so so for those tuning in as well, man. So Kevin, take us through what
Memory
really got
lanes.
you. Yeah, take us through memory lane.
Yeah.
All right. First and foremost, thank you so much, Matt, for inviting me, to your podcast. I've been watching these few episodes, and I really love the quality of your talk. And I'm so happy to be here and amidst with all you guys. So, okay, so I mean, a lot of people do not know this about me, but I started watching football at the age of 12. Okay.
Mm.
So, and the first match I watched was a Manchester United match. Okay. And to be honest, when I watched the
Carry
game,
on, carry
Is it
on.
the FA Cup final? Is it the FA Cup final?
this was
It had to be,
1998, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
1998.
okay.
Okay.
yeah,
1998,
1998. So
okay.
one of the I can't really remember which game it was, but I was watching Man U play, and I kind of like the way they play. Okay, because I mean, you guys know they started winning trophies since what 1992
95.
onwards.
95.
Yeah,
95
95
onwards. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Who
they
was the
were
player,
winning.
Kevin? Who's the player you saw at that time?
At that time, I think it was a Beckham, the Nevilles.
Mhm.
I don't know. I think
Yeah,
those-
during that time, yeah.
Michael at that
The
time.
fledglings,
So
fledglings.
they were really good at the time. I used to
Mhm.
like the way they played, but didn't fully support them. Okay.
Why?
So
What happened?
except because I just only tuned the TV and I watched this game going on. It's a football
Okay.
match. Okay, new to me.
Mhm.
And then I was like, okay. So I turned it off. Not interested. Switched on to a different sport. After that, when I started reading more about the sports teams and all that, and that's when I tuned to one of the games where Liverpool versus Newcastle. Okay.
Which one was this?
That following year, I mean that particular year as well.
I mean, what
Yeah.
year? 95, the 4-3, yeah.
No, 1998, the same season.
Okay, that means Shadow was
1998,
already in the team. Fowler was there.
Was it Shadow? Yeah, 1998.
Yeah.
Mecca
yeah.
hasn't moved yet.
Not yet. Haman was playing for Newcastle at the time.
Oh, okay. This is right after World Cup 98. Yes, Haman moved from Newcastle
yes.
to...
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that
Oh, I
is
didn't
the
know Haman
match.
played for Newcastle.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he played for them before he made the switch. So
No.
so this was interesting for me. This match was really amazing. We were losing 2-0 down. And then Liverpool won the game 4-2 with a brace from Owen. And I can't really remember the two other.
Oh, that is the Michael Owen goal. He finished off the two last goals, right? This
Yes,
is prime Owen, man. This is prime Owen.
Exactly. That is when I fell in love with the game, with the club, and with the fans. And 27 years on until now, I've been a heavy Liverpool supporter and not going to turn back. And I still bleed the Liverpool red.
Well, you
That is how I started.
you shouldn't even say that. No, you're not going to turn back. That's like changing your religion. So
No lah, not that serious lah. Not that serious
But-
lah.
So
Not
that's
that
why I
serious.
got the utmost respect for Manchester United even at that time. Because of the way they played. It's just that, when Liverpool played, it was a different factor to me that pulled me towards supporting them.
So you started supporting when Liverpool were going through the Manchester United period of what Manchester is going through now. lah.
Man. Yeah,
But I
so
don't think it was as bad as
we know the
Manchester,
pain.
right? See all the silent around there, huh? Saw the silent around.
Exactly. So you know the pain that we are
Hold on.
going through before.
Go ahead. How can you say, man? It's what 30 years they won. We still 10 years. We still got 20 years more to go. So you cannot say we are still that bad.
Yeah, okay. Maybe one third lah.
20
What
20 years. Yeah.
Kevin, what is the worst time you felt as a Liverpool fan now?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Throughout that whole tenure, that Man U kept on winning trophies after trophies. So every season, it was just heartache and
But
pain.
to be fair, you never saw a prime Liverpool team that time, so you wouldn't know, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So when you fall in love with a team, with the game they play, that's all that matters to you. Trophies can come secondary. So I was
Understand.
really invested in the way they play.
Yeah.
Well
I
said, man.
understand
Well
where you're
said,
coming
man.
from. Well
well
said.
said, man.
Do you think that maybe you watch Michael Owen and that's why you fell in love with a player and that's why you like how Liverpool play or something? Because
Question.
because
Question.
you
Because
watch
Gerrard was
MU
not a big
first.
player then, huh?
Gerrard has not slept yet. So yeah.
Yeah, of course. Even before that, of course, during the God era, Fowler. I mean, I did
Fowler.
not know much about him. Only when Owen started coming in the game and scoring a lot of goals. I like the way he play. He's like a goal poacher. He's just there at the right place at the right time. I would say yes. I like the way he play, and I was a big fan of him. But there was another player that caught my eye in the Liverpool jersey, and it was Patrick Berger. So Patrick Berger.
Irish
Yeah.
Czech player.
So he is a player that reminded me a lot of how Gerrard was and how Soboslai is right now. You know, so
But I thought Patrick
these
Berger
are
was
two
more of a
players.
winger, right? And those two players were central
was a-
midfielders.
I used to play attacking mid for
He
Liverpool
was
at that
middle
particular
at the time.
Mm.
Patrick
Do you
Yeah.
play?
Berger.
Do you play?
Wow, so
Do you
nice
play that
listening to this
position,
name.
Kevin? Because you mentioned you start
Yeah,
playing
we play
football.
up and down
playing-
lah.
I started
Kevin
off
Up and
playing
down sounds something, lah, bro.
defender.
No,
I started
Kevin
off
is
playing
a
and
very
down
good
like
ball.
macam
I mean,
sikit
he's a very good carrier of the ball. When I play with him, I enjoy playing with him because he can actually, and he passes in the third half. He passes the ball. He looks at passes. I'm sorry to say, some of them they think futsal is individual game where you don't pass.
Score the goal.
Just
Individual
score the
skills.
goal, and there are many times I've just took up just a bit. Many times I've seen people who thinks that scoring is just everything, not like the team performance. Meaning Kevin is a brilliant team player. I enjoy playing with Kevin every time. He's my team.
Okay.
Yeah, so
now-
for those who are tuning in, of course, yes, we also do play the game. We play football, we play futsal, and all that. So I mean, frankly speaking, as a goalkeeper myself, it's a joy to have a player like Kevin in the team. Yeah, it's a joy to have, right? So
Wow.
a lot of times makes my job easy. But of course, let's not talk the mistakes, lah. But you know, the mistakes and the death stare,
Professionally.
the mistakes and the death stare that follows
and the
that.
distribution. Oh my God.
So Kevin, that is who you love, and of course, along the lines, you did watch United, you spoke Newcastle. Do I dare say these are the two teams you hate the most, or maybe I could be wrong. Maybe a certain team in the Premier League that you hate, and why?
Just Manchester United. Period. No other club in the world like Manchester United.
So you guys must be having a good laugh, huh? For 10 years, 10 over years.
But
10
the
over
thing
years.
is, we were suffering for 20 over years. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are
Yeah,
just
that's
going through maybe the first phase of such turmoil. So just give me some time. I'm not sure.
Really? Are you hoping? I don't
Any-
see that happening actually.
I'm not sure that there'll be any good news coming soon, the next 2 years or 5 years. But just meaning that.
Let's see.
So Manchester United.
Yeah.
Kevin is this very nice Liverpool fan, very rare to see nice Liverpool fans because, we all know about Liverpool fans.
The ones we know probably.
The ones I know, oh my God.
No,
But
the thing is, I respect, Manchester United. I respect them as a club, but the fans, not all, generally, some of them just do not know what they're talking about.
Oh.
Okay,
I
Reason
I
say
hear
so
this
is
a lot.
because-
Yeah, I hear this a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, MU fans.
Yeah, same here.
No, I mean, like,
not
I-
just
I
I
hear
said
this a lot.
generally, some.
The thing about
It's-
MU fans is that. Go on, Sharif. Go on.
No, it just reminds me when Barca was winning everything, right? And when everything they try to make of themselves, and then I think also when they were saying that the Spanish team who won the World Cup was because of a Barca team
And
and,
the
so
Euros.
on, right? Yeah, sorry, Euros, sorry, yeah, in the Euros and everything. Right? So I get that feeling of of not of a team just winning or you can win of how much you want like now like City, maybe they don't have a big fan base or something like that, but they don't like I agree like what you are saying, right, Kevin. It's like they don't annoy and then they don't just simply make noise, right? But I also do see MU fans when we were there, it's just like every weekend was just banter rather than football talking, right? And now, right? And now
Yep,
it's
yep.
the how it turns.
Every weekend is
I mean,
traumatic.
Every weekend. I was
every
telling
weekend,
Potential
every-
trauma
every-
can happen.
Every Monday it's like a therapy session for us. You know what, you don't know what's gonna happen on Monday, right? It's either how the Monday blues gonna start for us, right? But yeah, But I got one question for you, Kevin.
Yeah.
I got one question for you, Kevin.
It's
How
just a
did you
face. It's
survive?
just a face, you know. But yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. How did you survive? I mean,
perseverance.
He doesn't know any other way. He never saw the glory before.
but I think but I think one thing,
He
maybe
never saw.
correct me.
How did I survive?
Yeah, go ahead,
Go on,
Sharif.
Sharif.
Yeah, carry on.
One thing maybe I think it's different than what MU is going through right now, because you guys have patches of winning, like the 2024 Champions League, you know, and then certain moments when you guys won. Did you guys won FA Cup? I don't know. I can't remember because sorry, I don't keep track of Liverpool winning.
Wow,
But
you
the
don't know,
Champions.
Sharif. This is bad, Sharif. This is bad. Okay. Let me remind you lah. Let me remind you. During Liverpool's MU years, they won a Champions League, which was one of the
Okay.
best Champions League ever.
Yes.
They won
Yes.
like
Agree.
after Michael Owen left, they won like 5 cups except the Premier League. So I mean, they did well. Like how MU is also technically doing well. Like they won the Carabao Cup, they won the FA Cup, but it's still perceived as a failure for MU fans now.
The thing is, why are they perceived as a failure is because no one can fill Ferguson's shoes just off yet. And Ferguson took so long, I think maybe 10 years, or maybe 5 years. 5 years.
5 years.
For them
5
to
years.
start winning trophies. You know, Amorim has just been in the ham, this is second season?
6 months lah.
6 months. Yeah. You know, so it will take some time. You just have to give it time. Look at Arteta for in that sense. 5 years, and you know, every time second place for 3 years in a row. But stick with the process. I'm sure he'll come.
Yeah, I mean, like the great Patrice Evra said, right? They're like a Netflix season. Just wait for the next season, man. So, but of course, I know we are missing, obviously, for the benefit of our those who are watching, right? We are missing another good friend of ours, who is an out and out Arsenal supporter, but unfortunately he could not join us today. But of course, the banter still continues. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So, but of course, we've just noticed that I think Sharif has just dropped off, I think due to some connection issue, I believe so, but that's okay. We will still continue. So apologies to our viewers as well who are tuned in. So you will see Sharif rejoining in very soon. So, so the answer to my question earlier, Kevin, so it's period lah, Man United lah. It's the team that you always dislike the most.
Yeah.
Okay, so of course, speaking of United, man, we have Naveen Raj, best known as Raj, who is an out and out United supporter, man. Hey, welcome, man. So once again, so to our viewers, please be advised, as much as these conversations are unscripted, it's some of our first times as well. So bear with us. It's not for me to just add more pressure on you. So
You just added more pressure to him.
so for of course our but of course for the benefit of our viewers once again. So Raj, welcome to the pod, man. Really happy to have you here. So similar question as well. So the love-hate relationships in football for you, man. So you're an out and out United supporter, but again, we all don't know how it all started. So hey, so take us through, walk us down memory lane.
Sure. I mean, first of all, thank you very much, Kohan, Sharif, and Matthew, to bring me inside as well. As my friend Kevin mentioned, I've been watching a few episodes of yours. Intimidating. You guys are good, so that adds more pressure to me now. So
And now more pressure to me.
more pressure.
Yeah,
So,
All of us are pressure.
no, you guys, you see, up to now, you guys were doing good. So I think this is my time.
Up to now,
start. Yeah, up to
now.
So I will try to warm up as fast as I can to reach your pace. Okay. However, just to answer you, Matt, Manchester United it started in the early 90s. 91, 92, around that. So that was when they.
That was way far.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Because
So you saw Leeds United carrying the title.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, because my father is a Liverpool supporter.
Every father's Isla.
So,
Every father's Isla.
Every father, yeah.
Except
So
my dad. My dad not a football fan.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
No, yeah, okay. Speaking about that, my dad was a hockey player. I am a hockey player, but he
Nice.
just supported Liverpool.
Mm.
And so along the way, I will tell you all what did he do to make me to make me suffer actually. So that is along the way. So I remember sitting down with him watching football matches, the Premier League, with he supporting Liverpool, screaming around and all that. So there there was once when Liverpool was playing against Manchester United. Uh, yeah, so it was big, during that time. Liverpool, I mean, it is now, but still those days it was larger. So
It was bigger.
yeah, yeah. And my father was having a very gala time watching us lose that time. So everybody started to love a certain team because they admired something, they
Mm.
saw something good, some kind of things. But I basically started to like the team because they beat Liverpool for the first time during 91, if I'm not mistaken. So my dad was actually mumbling saying that, Chilaka, this first one and all that. So, starting to, hey, okay, so that means there is a team who managed to beat the so-called great, Liverpoolians and all that. So that time we didn't have Google and stuff like that. So library was the only place. So I went to the library. Yeah, I went to the library. Opened up a few
Damn.
books. Opened up a few books and studied about what is Manchester United. What did they do? So from a very humble beginning, they're railroad workers, and
Yeah.
they slowly build up their team, and then the Munich crash, they build up the team again. So basically, I started to love Manchester because of the history and their spirit.
Mm.
They were down many times, but they still stood up and said, never give up attitude.
Nice.
And
I like that. I
yeah,
never heard of
so
that kind of that they the Munich plane crash, come down, then come up and everything. I'm
correct,
sure it
correct.
gives a lot of hope, right?
Yes, and
It, it,
and especially during Alex Ferguson, their comebacks. Every time it seems as though they're going to lose, but before 90 minutes they are
Good.
there up there,
But they
and
had that one referee, right, Bang?
yeah.
that
Hey, you
that
had
that
to
that
bring that up.
I
that
was
is all
hoping
Come on
nobody will
lah.
excuses.
remind me that.
That is all excuses.
Yes.
What his name? Gallagher. I can't remember his name lah.
It's okay lah, bro. It's better you don't. Anyway, so
Go on.
yeah,
Sorry.
so their comebacks, their iconic players like
Mm.
Cantona, Beckham. These guys were known all over the world. And then along came Cristiano Ronaldo a bit later after that. But iconic players, they are global. Uh, uh, these are the team that they go anywhere, any part of the world, people scream and celebrate, and that presence made me feel connected to something bigger, not just about
Mm.
football, but that team itself. It's like a wow factor. It was just electric. And plus, I remember seeing my first memory of them lifting up the Barclays
The
Premier
trophy.
League, the trophy.
Oh.
Yeah. So and
95,
that,
huh?
yes. So
The
it
first
was
Premier League. Wow.
the first Premier League. Yeah. So it was
Jealous, bro.
The first Premier League was not MU, no. The first Premier League was Leeds, if I'm not mistaken.
no. I
For
mean,
MU.
for MU lifting
Oh,
it.
for MU.
Yeah,
Okay.
Newcastle
yeah.
fan yang macam ni, bro.
That's
Itu biasa, bro.
Ask
Itu
that
biasa.
how.
And then, so after that, I was hooked lah. I mean, I was hooked. And once you pick United, there's no going back lah. It's a lifelong
Once a
contract.
devil, always a devil, eh?
Always a devil, bro. It's a lifelong contract. Your soul is already signed off.
Yeah,
The
Sold
devil.
to the devil, huh?
Yeah.
I
So,
see the devil ready to the devil.
so yeah. I mean that is why mainly I started supporting it right up to now. Yeah.
I have one question.
Yes, sir.
Outside of United lah, outside of
Yeah.
United, I know
Yeah.
you love United a lot. What
Yeah.
team you admire?
Liverpool, bro.
Wow.
Liverpool. Yeah.
I mean,
It's a
that
love.
time or now?
It-
That time or now?
No, from those days, because the first match I watched, just like how Kevin, the first match he watched was Manchester. My
Mm.
first match with my
Eh,
dad
no,
was
Newcastle.
Liverpool.
Manchester ke? Apa ah?
Yeah,
Kevin?
Manchester, right?
Manchester.
Manchester.
Yeah, Manchester.
Manchester.
Okay.
First
Yeah.
match.
Yeah. So
Fell in love with Newcastle lah.
Correct. So my
Yes.
first match with my dad was a Liverpool match, So I knew football through them. And
Mhm.
no doubt they are, cocky, they still are cocky, but you know, the
Still, huh?
so but
That's a good way to put it, eh?
it's a love-hate relationship, like it's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, man. I really like Raj, how you said, you love MU, but you admire Liverpool. I mean,
Correct.
wow,
Yeah,
that's
that
that's
is
that's
that's
that's the
nice.
definition of love hate relationship, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
yeah,
Yes. I mean, it actually fits our topic today.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I picked
no,
it up today.
Not scripted. We
Not
didn't ask you
scripted,
to
bro.
ask. We didn't
not
Not
ask you to
scripted.
say
It's
scripted.
not
this.
scripted. I feel like scripted, lah.
Not scripted, bro. Not scripted.
Hey,
Yeah.
by the way, I think a lot of people of my generation, they support MU because their father support Liverpool.
So
Maybe,
so
maybe,
It's
so
like a rebel thing going on,
Hmm.
so basically,
maybe.
Kun, all MU supporters have daddy issues.
Daddy issues.
Well, I mean, technically, if you are a son at some point, especially when you're from teenager to adult, your father seems to be a bit not, it's no more that because you're two male are competing in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
household.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alpha
Mhm.
male.
After
Yeah.
when we all get older, we
Mm,
realize that
mm,
okay, now there's a difference. So,
yeah.
uh,
On that note, I mean, my dad was I wouldn't say an Arsenal supporter,
Everton.
but he used to admire Arsenal. So
Oh.
whenever I
Oh,
watch Liverpool game, he will just come in and say, "You don't have to watch that. You need to watch the Arsenal game." But he
oh,
does not support them
Mm.
actually.
Oh, okay.
Dad inside.
but
He,
you know
he
that
is.
quote Ferguson say now you have to kick them out of their perch. He wasn't
Mm.
referring to Liverpool,
No,
Then?
he was referring to
Oh,
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Arsenal,
ah,
yes, yes, Arsenal.
Yeah.
But it was always. Oh, okay. So it was
No,
Arsenal.
it
It
was
was
Arsenal.
it was
why,
Arsenal. It was
Arsenal
why,
Arsenal.
why
was
Arsenal? Why Arsenal? May
huge.
I
What
ask?
perch was
London
Arsenal on
club,
at that time?
London club, huge.
Yep,
But I
yep.
always thought it was Liverpool who
No,
knocked
Yeah,
them off the perch.
No.
no.
because
Oh.
they were the one who were the most successful English club with
Yep.
their 19 titles
Oh,
and
you mean
European
No,
Cup.
but Arsenal was also competing. But Arsenal, I think this also comes that when people because London club, right? So you are
Mhm.
like a city club, so they're more arrogant and all these things. I
Mhm.
think it
Mhm.
comes with that. And MU, to be fair, Manchester is an industrial area. If you
Yeah,
go to Shah Alam, it's something like
Chalet.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
I just wanted to
Chalet,
say that.
Liverpool,
chalet.
Liverpool is
Chalet.
like a port city. If you go to Klang, you can get the vibes. So,
Messi, chalet.
so it's not. I mean, we all know it. When I was
Oh,
in Manchester,
stereotype.
I was like a bit like shocked. Actually, I mean, like a bit like it breaks your heart actually to see that this is the team you support. That's why a lot of players like to come to London club because it's nice.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
hey, by the way,
Mm.
Raj, I have one question. Have you been
Yes.
to Old Trafford before?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Ooh,
It's a sad
jealousy,
story though, but
jealousy.
yeah. But I was there every weekend.
Every
Every
weekend.
weekend.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So
Well,
so
I
you
mean, did you
studied.
watch the game? Do you watch with the fans or what?
Yes, yes. I was
What?
literally inside the stadium supporting them every weekend. Yeah.
So I
So
Oh,
mean,
that's
no. So
awesome.
how many games you watch? How many live Premier League games you watch?
Well, the entire calendar year, I was in UK
Like,
actually.
like a season ticket
Wow.
holder.
Yeah.
Wow.
wow.
Oh,
What
This
year
was
was
that's
this? What year
awesome,
was
man.
this?
this was in 2010, bro.
They
Ui.
won right at the time.
Yeah,
No.
they
Did they?
started with the charity shield. They won
Not
they
yet. Not
won
yet. Not
against
yet. The next year
not
they won.
they won
Yeah.
The next year they
no, no,
won. Yeah.
yeah. So
Mm.
the
That
charity
that was
I
the
think
year the
charity shield was
Sunderland was doing
correct
the what
correct correct
the
correct
what
correct
I forgot the what they call it poggy bag or something just to
something something along the
yeah.
lines, yeah. Yeah.
So how was it like when you entered the stadium? I mean, because I'm sure when you first see it's like super huge, right? I mean it was 70,000 seater, and I think and you theater of dreams, huh? So
Oh
how was
well.
it?
They Liverpool Football Club for them is life. It is religion. It
Oh.
is greater than family. Like like
Mhm.
like what like what Kevin said. He fell in love with the game, with the club, with the fans. The
Mm,
fans are crazy, bro. They
mm,
Mhm.
love their team so much. You can see it on the streets. When they
mm.
lose, you walk with a Manchester United shirt. Consider yourself dead.
Yeah, dangerous.
Very dangerous, bro. Not
Yeah.
recommended at all. When they win, also the same shit.
Yep.
Do not put on the shirt. My friend was actually stripped. They burned his jersey, sent him home
Ooh.
because he got down of the National Express, the bus from Old Trafford, wearing a Manchester United jersey. And coincidentally, Liverpool lost their match on a different ground. So
This
they,
is
they
why,
actually
lah,
took it
Matt,
out on him.
Raj. People don't like MU. Why you wear Manchester jersey? Go to Why?
Looking for
Not
trouble.
Harry
Why
Potter?
want to welcoming trouble?
I agree.
I assume that's the Everton game, right? MU came for, or
No.
he just
I think we were up against Ipswich, if I'm not mistaken. Wait a minute,
Okay.
not Ipswich.
If you're coming to Liverpool, I don't think.
No, because we were staying in Liverpool.
Oh,
Yeah, our university was in Liverpool, right? Liverpool.
makes sense.
So every weekend we had to go take a bus, National Express, to Manchester. It was 45 minutes away. So
Right.
and so that was the first time, because I was actually googling it up, and the ticket prices were wow. So even for the top tier seats. So when I had this season ticket, the next weekend was my bus to Manchester United. So you could see the stadium from 10 minutes away before they stop. You can see already the three figures.
Right.
Bro, it was goosebumps from the moment I saw that boom boom right up to the bus stopping. Goosebumps. Imagine this is your first time. You've been dreaming about this all through your life, and you are finally getting closer to the stadium. And it's free, yeah. You just need to pay for beer and just walk in.
Wow.
And beer there is very cheap. So
did you go alone?
alone? Yes, alone. I was only. That time I was the only guy until I met this friend of mine who got burned. His jersey got burned.
Right.
What I did was I always carried a backpack. The jersey was inside my backpack. I will go down there, go to the restroom, change, and then walk into the game. Same thing when I come out, because if you wear a Manchester jersey, the bus is not going to stop.
Oh.
Because bus drivers are from Liverpool, and when they see, they will not stop at the Old Trafford station. It's always one station.
The next one lah, make you walk Etihad.
Correct. So
Stop here.
that time, I think that time it was not Etihad.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, what was the name of the stadium? Can't remember it.
City of Manchester Stadium, I think,
City.
previously.
Yeah.
Something like that.
City of Manchester.
So that is one. Right, man.
Yeah,
So that's
to answer you. Yeah, it was overwhelming.
Right.
To first step into the stadium to see that there are hundreds of trophies lined up in their showroom. So yeah, they do take a lot of pride in explaining about their heritage and how they started from the very first ball they kicked right up to the facilities, the fallen souls. Hey, it was emotional actually going into the dressing room and finally to the pitch before the match. So
right.
That's nice.
Wow, nice. What an experience, man. It's a good feeling, right? It's like, it's the first time we are also having this pod and having someone like you who have been there, and really experience, not just going to of course, not only just going for the Old Trafford Stadium tour and all that. You watch live matches there, so I think
You watched the whole season.
the whole
brilliant.
season.
Exactly, and whole season. So
They didn't carry any cups that year. Did they carry any titles?
2010 they did the I think FA Cup.
FA Cup.
Yeah. FA Cup.
But
yes.
FA Cup is in Wembley, right? Likely.
Wembley.
You went also.
Yeah, bro. I was traveling with them, bro.
oh
You are like this
wow.
groupie lah, basically.
No, because every weekends we have no classes, so your job is just to
Nice.
and public transportation there is quite cheap. So to London,
it is.
to London, metro just costs me about 12 pounds. So you just go down to Wembley, have fun, have a few beers, scream your lungs out. lose your voice,
Naveen,
cannot come back. Yeah.
Naveen, I have one question actually. When you
Yeah.
go to the dressing room of the away team,
Mhm.
how was it in Old Trafford? Was it like a big difference compared to the first team dressing
Not
room?
exactly, bro. Not exactly. It's almost there. They do give the same importance to their away team as well.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, home team is slightly better, but not bad as well. Yeah, for the away teams, reception and their facilities. Yeah,
Mm.
quite good
Okay,
seating.
why I'm asking you this question because when you go for the Chelsea Stadium tour, the away
Okay,
team dressing room
it's horrible.
is like horrible.
Horrible. Yes,
It's
yes.
like short. They put dim lights. You know, the
Correct.
massage chair is
Correct.
shorter. They have only
Correct.
one toilet at a
Yes.
time. So and
Agreed.
all
Agreed.
this is
Agreed.
to annoy the away team actually. So
Agreed.
like
Agreed.
Oh.
like install players all is like down. The lights is dim and everything. But then when you go to the home team
No, it's
dressing
wow.
room,
The
superb.
wow. Yes. Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
that's why I
No.
asked you: is it the same
Yeah.
in Old Trafford or not, or only just a
Um.
Chelsea thing like this?
No. Old Trafford was good. Anfield was good. Stamford Bridge was good. The new Stamford Bridge. Uh, Highbury was good. There
Yeah,
Highbury,
it was your time there was Highbury, yeah?
Mm.
Highbury.
Highbury. So Highbury away and home was almost alike, and Anfield as well. Home because I mean Anfield was just a stone's throw away from
Mm-hmm.
my hostel. So yeah, I did go. I mean, very honestly speaking, I did go to a few matches as well. Because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you get one match earlier, and you know the other match a bit late.
Mm.
So
Mm.
when I come down, I just walk to the nearest pub, get myself drunk, and then walk into the stadium.
The good
Right,
days,
right,
the good
right.
days.
Good days, man. Good days. Good days. Good days. You know why? The atmosphere, the fans. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they lose, they win, they still celebrate. Like you know,
They still sing, yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's a difference between we supporting clubs and people who are born and bred there. That is, I mean,
Totally
we are
different.
not them. We are. I mean, as much as we are big fans of the clubs and
Correct.
everything, we are not them actually.
No.
Mm.
So they are like a different thing. Their whole life runs around it actually, and
Mm-hmm.
it's important.
Bro,
Mm-hmm.
it is basically I am excuse me, I'm Matthew, I'm Christian, I'm a Liverpool supporter.
Ghost.
Yeah.
Mm.
Very parallel.
Nice, man. Rod, that is
Name
one.
name,
Right. That,
religion, and your blood. Yeah, like you know, Kevin said, I bleed the Liverpool red or what kind of bullshit. You know,
Of
so
course, like he bleed red. He bleed red.
That's bullshit. Of course, you bleed red, like, you don't bleed blue, like.
yeah, you bleed the red devil's blood also. There is also red.
Oh,
Exactly. That's why I said Liverpool red. All of us bleed red. It's just
Okay,
which extent of red.
right. Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's about it, bro.
nice,
That's about
man.
it.
That's
Amazing.
now.
Nice, man. Nice, man.
No, that is one
Thanks,
hell of a memory lane, man. I mean, hey, thanks, man, Raj. I mean, really, I
right.
mean, there were some things that, I
Appreciate
mean,
that.
of course,
Appreciate that.
I've known it. I've
Yeah.
known it as well. You have shared with me, of course,
Yep,
many
yep,
years
yep.
back. Well, a
Yep.
couple more things that you went to the depth of it where
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, not bad, right? I mean, hey, that's a good feeling, man.
No, you
So, of
save
course,
certain memories for certain occasions.
yeah, exactly,
This
man.
is an occasion,
Good
man.
stuff, good stuff.
Yeah.
So, of course, once again, I'm going to remind to all our viewers as well, right? So, I mean, care to share the clubs that you support, why, and the teams that even you hate. Also, you can always
Yeah.
share, right? Download, drop us your comments,
Mhm.
hit the like and subscribe, and hit the notification button as well. So, of course, I know there were some talks on Newcastle. You know, we're slowly building up and all that, right? So of course, for those who have tuned in our previous episodes, to all our viewers, you do know Kuhan, right? Never biased, as I always say, none of us are biased, and never reserves his comments as well, right? So of course, the love-hate relationship. So as we know, yes, Newcastle supporter through and through. Kuhan, for the benefit of all of us and for our viewers, I don't know why you actually like Newcastle. I was surprised at first when I first got to know, right?
Start from there first.
you know what's the
why
best part?
Newcastle?
Well, we'll come to that. But you know what's the best part or not? Every time something Newcastle do, or like for example, they won the Carabao Cup, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got messages and calls and everything. People when they see Newcastle, they remind them of me, that one of the few Newcastle.
Malaysia. No one else supports.
Well, I know. See, my
There is a Newcastle fan
my
club,
childhood friend is a Newcastle supporter. Same time, My colleague at work is a Newcastle supporter,
Mm-hmm.
and my Taman fellas, I think, got 2 or 3 fellas who are Newcastle supporters actually. So
Okay,
I
wow.
mean, it's probably I think maybe it's the well, yeah. Before we go there, so my first football match is the FA Cup final between Liverpool and Manchester United.
Okay.
So
When
this
was
is
this?
where me and my father watched. My father being a big Liverpool fan, big Kevin Keegan fan. So we watched the match, and Eric Cantona scored that goal. I slept off by that time. So
Come on. The king
So-
scored.
No
The
wonder the
king
switch.
scored.
yeah. I mean that is I think it's like half volley goal and everything. So it was incredible, and I think that was in 94 or 95. I think wasn't really big into European football, but we were more into local football actually. Selangor and Pahang was more big. But right now we don't watch local football for, let's not say the reason, but that time was a lot of local teams going on. So, and then my first game, like which I was really like a big boy like that, was Liverpool versus Newcastle.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
season was that?
This I
You
think was
remember?
the 96, 97 or 95, 96 a day. So by that time I already know Alan Shearer, the world most expensive player.
Yes.
So that was a big deal back then, right? Like 15
Almost,
million.
almost going to MU, right, Cohen? Almost, right?
Yeah, he was almost. Actually, he should have went to MU. I think he would have won.
Why lah?
No, I mean, if he went to MU, he would have won titles, but he would not become a Newcastle legend. So you have to choose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, sometimes it's like it's not about winning titles; it's about whether you become a club legend or whether I mean, there are so many players who never really won much in their life. I mean, Francesco Totti, man. If you go to Roma or Rome, you can see his murals everywhere. What did he win actually? Only one Serie A, I think. But then if you were to join the Milans or the Juventus or the Real Madrids, which wanted him, he would have been big as well. So it depends. So I mean, like the Newcastle Liverpool game was amazing. Newcastle were title contenders that year, I think, and they were 12 points ahead of Manchester. And of course, they fumble massively.
The favorite Kevin Keegan.
I mean, but that time we only watched the highlights in TV. There was no live matches yet. So there was this every Tuesday. There's this Premier League show, is a show for 1 hour like that. Of course, some of my rich friends at Mega TV and Astro, which they managed to watch.
Like someone in here, Mega TV.
Yeah. So that was the thing. And at that time, there was one moment during this match. The Newcastle lost the match 4-3. I think Stan Collymore will score the winner. There was the equalizing goal of Faustino Asprilla, which that's when I like, wow, I like this guy. The way he scored, the whole thing. So that became like, okay, I want to support Newcastle. Coincidentally, I had a friend who supported Newcastle at that time. So, and then when we were supporting Newcastle, the best thing about school, this is where the problem of the majority. So they are Liverpool fans, they are MU fans. All of them are trying to court me. You see. Majority. So the MU fans will come support our club and all these things. The Liverpool fans also will do the same thing. So you can see the difference, like the MU fans. I think I know one of them whose father was a MU supporter. He became a MU supporter. But most of the MU fans were a lot after 95, especially after Blackburn won the title. And they were Blackburn fans formerly. They became MU fans.
MU fans, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So MU at that time, I would say that MU fans were more like the current City fans we are having right now. Actually, I mean, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. We were not born there, so it's fine. So I was courted by Liverpool fans. Liverpool fans are these history guys lah. They like the tradition and all these things. So that is that lah. That is very old school, man.
The serves and all
and then and I remember last time was more about we don't have internet at the time, right? And I remember that Barcelona was playing Newcastle in the Champions League. The time was the European Cup. I haven't changed format yet. And then the famous win against Barcelona where Faustino Asprilla scored a hat-trick. So that was I remember I had to wait until 2 o'clock, take my bike and go and see the newspaper to buy Malay Mail to see the score.
Oh yeah,
Right.
So
only male,
only
right,
years later I saw the highlight.
yeah.
Years later I saw the highlight actually, and it was great. And then there was the Sir Bobby Robson period where we were pretty good at that time, almost won the title. So we were favorites to win the title that year because the last 3 or 5 games we were playing all the small teams. MU was playing all the hard teams, and they
Yeah.
won the title.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
Okay, yeah.
I take that's the team that you probably hate
Hate
the
lah.
most, or
at that time, I say I'm being very specific. At that time, yes, because they always find a way to win. Regardless of Fergie time or the referee being biased towards MU, which happens,
Yeah.
which happens. Uh,
this
that's
fella
why
will talk about the referee only.
that's why I mean, to be fair, we have seen how mistakes are being made by VAR also, right? So
Yeah, fair
like
enough. Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
that game against the goal against Chelsea, the referee got it wrong actually. The VAR got it wrong, and then they slowly moved him out from the following game,
Yep.
and they punished him without any announcement like that. But the thing is that it's clear cut. It is mistakes actually, right? So, but during that time, it was no. We don't. I think it's more biased that time compared to now. So at the expense of the game becoming less fast paced. I mean, okay, just for context lah. Remember there was a World Cup qualification where Ireland playing France. Thierry Henry clearly handed the ball inside.
Yep.
And, I mean, come on, man. They were not supposed to be playing in that World Cup. So this is where.
Yep.
Okay. So the Bobby Robson days were amazing, and then came the Mike Ashley days, which was also good in the beginning. And then after that, I started to hate the club.
Like now, like now.
So the hate becomes that because we never won anything, to be fair, but at the same time the club was not doing anything as well. The main reason for Mike Ashley Sport Direct is to just remain in the Premier League because you get a lot of money out of it. And they were selling everyone. They were not buying anyone of significance. They went from Alan Padru to I can't even remember half of them mostly. I mean, like there was Steve Bruce, and it was terrible. We got relegated twice. So that's why when I tell that they used to say that Newcastle is too big to get relegated. So it was very bad. And you see, you think about it, we were relegated with Michael Owen, Mark Viduka, Emre. There are so many stars in that team, and yet they got relegated because they are top management, one thing, no investment, bad managers, and all a combination of things. Sounds familiar? Anyone?
Yeah. Now you got me thinking.
So that is why when I say MU is going on a declining step, because I've seen it happen. So that is so Mike Ashley didn't invest much in the team and everything. And the thing is, like, I think if you ask any Newcastle fan out there, they will say that we don't want a club that wins all the time. We want a team that competes.
Yeah.
So this is different actually when you think about it. So once Ashley sold the club, that is when I started becoming back a Newcastle supporter. But in between that, because my dad was a Liverpool fan, so during the Newcastle so-called days, he became a Newcastle fan. Like he became his second team is Newcastle. My second team became Liverpool. So generally, we watch these matches actually, and especially like he will come and tell me about Newcastle news and everything. I mean about Nobi Solano and all these things. So it was very good. And the other thing is when Klopp came. Okay, so when I was studying in Japan, so I had this German friend. Can't remember his name now. So he was a Dortmund supporter. So that is when that he actually thought, we started watching Dortmund games, and it was this new brand of football, it's no more this 4-4-2 stuff. It was like football on your face, and it was incredible. I mean, Shinji Kagawa, Matt Hummels and all these things. So, Lewandowski, they played incredible against Real Madrid in the Champions League. Royce.
Yeah.
So, and then I started to like Klopp. Another friend of mine from India also started to like Klopp. We were so happy during they went for the Champions League final. And when he was coming to Liverpool, I was so happy that I told my dad, this guy is coming to Liverpool. I mean, my dad have no idea who Klopp is. I say that this guy is incredible. And this guy is going to change Liverpool's fortune. There's no question about it, actually. Because he's relatively unknown to the English watching football fans. So when he came, and that's when I started to. It's okay to like a club, to like Liverpool the way they play because of Klopp, and my favorite player during that time is there we go. I I I like Jordan Henderson. I know Liverpool fans hate him. I mean hate him a lot
Hate him a
because,
lot.
and I do feel, in my opinion, Jordan Henderson is the best Liverpool captain in modern history. So Liverpool fans will completely
Now,
disagree.
that's
So
that's a pretty big statement. I know on a side note, we have argued about that. I mean, not
we
us
have
both,
argued
but with
this
other
many
Liverpool
times.
supporters. But
Yeah.
I mean, to our viewers, yeah, I think Kuhan has just dropped a pretty big statement there. But to all you viewers, Liverpool supporters, or even football fans, just
I mean,
drop us your thought on
he
it, man.
he
So,
he has won everything as a captain, where one captain didn't win that one thing. So I mean, nostalgia aside, and the reason why I say this is because that I think it was too much a burden on Steven Gerrard being a Liverpool local boy. I mean, I think a few of the players have mentioned this before. Actually, even Michael Owen, Gerrard has mentioned it in his documentary that it was a burden actually to be a captain. So
yeah,
that
yeah,
one
yeah.
you sometimes do it. Whereas Henderson was not a Liverpool boy.
No.
He just
So,
played well. Yeah, so
Kevin,
I mean,
what's your take on that, Kevin?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. What's your take?
so here is my question, or statement, whatever you want to call it. Of course, you've supported Liverpool, all your life. The Steven Gerrard captaining his side in the Champions League, winning, right? They beat AC Milan back in 05, and Jordan Henderson's team, when he captained his side, and that won the Champions League. So in relation to what Kuhan mentioned, right? What are
who has the better
your
team?
what's your take on that?
Who has the better team?
Yeah,
100%.
it's just like yes and white.
We all know the answer.
100% the team that beat Tottenham, where we had the better team: Anderson, Salah, Firmino, Mane. For me to actually name these guys, you already know these are world-class players. So Anderson was just an individual player that, as a fan, I would say he did not contribute much, okay? But he was there as a key player in terms of trying to just get the ball and pass the ball. That's about it. And his way of passing is always going backwards. He does not have a forward mentality, an attacking mentality. And I feel as a captain or as a leader of a club, you have to have that kind of mentality. So that brings me back to Steven Gerrard. He, on the other hand, was an indispensable, influential player for Liverpool. And he played numerous positions except being a goalkeeper. He helped the team when they needed him. Henderson cannot help the team when the team needs him. But Gerrard is a different breed. For instance, look at the Champions League final in 2005 against Milan. We were 3-0 down. Everyone lost hope. Fans lost hope. My brother and I watching the game, he decided to just shut his eyes and go to sleep. But me, being a fan, I just thought, that's okay. If we lose, let's just lose with a fight. Just let's see what happens. And truth be told, when Gerrard came in, he scored the first goal, and then after that there was an injury at the right back. He had to go play right back. And he played throughout the whole game as in different positions, and that is the leader. So Kuan, I mean, I can understand when you say that in modern football, he's the best.
In terms of
skipper
winning
for
trophies,
Liverpool.
in the terms of winning trophies, I'm very specific when I say this actually. Yeah.
Correct. But I would agree to disagree. Okay, I would say that definitely, by all means, no. I think in terms of winning a trophy, maybe I would say maybe Gerrard, hopefully Van Dijk after this, but I do not know. But Henderson,
So you are
wouldn't
saying
put him in
so do you agree that Van Dijk is a very good captain, one of the best I think Liverpool ever had, and also he's one world-class defender?
He is the best captain after Steven Gerrard.
And as the defender?
As a defender, of course, he's one of the world's best. I wouldn't say the best, but
I mean, there's
he's
no
one
one
of the world's best.
actually. I mean, so it's like
Oh,
Yeah, I
that's a
mean
big.
the
Nah, that's a
the
pretty big.
the
That's a big statement. That's a big
that's a big
statement. So
statement.
of course,
The other player I like in Liverpool at that time was Mane.
Mm.
Money, yeah.
And I feel that Mane is
Yeah.
the player which scores the first goal. The hardest goal to score is always the first goal. And I mean Salah is good, but I think Mane is the difference maker. And of course Firmino was superb in that team.
Yeah.
So
Firmino
so
was, oh,
so
he
Klopp
was great too.
while Klopp was there, it was really incredible. I loved it actually. And then my dad also he enjoyed that Liverpool, particular Liverpool team, which did really well. But since the Saudi taken over, and after that we bought a bunch of players, and we won our first cup, which was incredible against Liverpool. Well, it's not the first time we outplayed Liverpool, but I think it was after the previous year. I mean 2 seasons ago they were in the final with MU, and they lost the final. Being the better team, they lost, and being on the better team on paper and as well as the game, they lost because they were so nervous, inexperienced. And against Liverpool, they were incredible. I mean, I want to ask you, how did you feel in that final actually?
Wow, I was pissed to be honest. Coming into the game as clear favorites, but Newcastle basically tore us apart. They were really good. We could not
Yeah,
do anything against them.
Mm.
Of course, you have Gordon, and then what's that?
future
Your
Liverpool
midfielder.
player, Gordon.
Uh,
He also.
I would I
Yeah,
would hope not. you know, but I see
Liverpool.
other
He's a Liverpool fan.
a Liverpool fan, but I don't feel he'll fit well in the system. But yeah,
Mm.
Newcastle fully deserved that victory for winning after 70 years.
Yep.
So this is so for me, like, you see, like, for me, I'm like this guy, which, like, I don't know how to put this. It's like the first time you are having your cake, if you know what I mean.
It's sweet at first, then you
Right,
get bored
I
of
If
it.
you
agree.
know what I mean. So like so that's why that when the moment Newcastle won, I got a bunch of Liverpool fan. Congratulations for winning the Mickey Mouse Cup. And then when I checked the records, the record holder of Mickey Mouse Cups were the Carabao Cup was Liverpool.
Yep.
Exactly. That's why I said there's certain number of people, not all fans. That's the problem with some fans that makes
Yes,
matters worse.
I think, Kevin, you are probably the nicest one I met, lah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're the one.
You have to give him that. You have to give him that. Yeah.
I got to say that.
So of course, finishing with Sharif, we all know, and for the benefit of our viewers as well, Sharif being an out and out United supporter, take us through memory lane.
Correct.
Uh,
Walk us
all
through.
right. Let's.
Hey, shall we play the guessing game?
Okay. Yeah.
The guessing
what-
game,
what-
we can guess Sharif's story already. I was kidding. Go on, Sharif.
I could say to you, Kuhan and others, my story is very different because I did not like football. When I played, when when you during our PJ time, and where our PJ teacher just give us a ball and then we play around everything.
Yeah.
It's
By the way, that's the terrible way to do PJ, you know.
Yeah. That's the worst,
Oh my
actually.
God, I should
The
not
worst
reveal this.
actually.
I should
Now
not
we know
reveal
what
this.
they were doing. They were mengularing, you know.
Yeah. I should not reveal this.
Just give one ball, settle.
Yeah. And you could see people who's been playing that game quite well, and then they start choosing their own friends, and then you didn't understand the game and everything. I will say quote unquote bullied into those you don't get the ball, you always stand one place, one corner. So I didn't like football
They made you the
early.
defender.
They made me defender, or they made me to put somewhere where the ball does not go, right? But
It's always funny. If you're a bad player or you're starting out, you always play centre back, you know, which in reality is like the most important
most
position.
I know.
important. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So you could imagine. So I was more on athletics actually. So I was a sprinter during my younger days. And then when I went through secondary school as well, then maybe my body did not build like a sprinter. So I started. The coach told me that
Long
maybe
distance.
Yes, exactly. But more to medium distance, more like 3,000, 5,000, or something.
5,000.
Yep, yep. So what do you call that? So it was I mean, when I came down from the cafe, lepak with friends and everything, right? From like I think cyber cafe after Counter Strike. I was really surprised. I mean, suddenly that there was a lot of people in raids now, you see, and I got to know after the match, right? It was a big game between MU and Arsenal lah, and during that time Arsenal memang kena belasah lah 6-1, right? So that
Wow.
was the game that got me into, oh wow, I mean the atmosphere, and then where one team was just like memang they were like depressed lah,
They were
the
dead.
Arsenal fans, and then the MU fans were celebrating, they were screaming, they were being MU fans I think Kevin knows that, right?
The
And you
MU,
guys
the
know
glory of the past lah.
yo, oh, that for
This
me
is
that
Wenger's
was
Arsenal, right?
Yeah.
This Wenger's Arsenal, right?
yes,
Wenger,
this
Arsene
this
Wenger.
was 2000 and 2001 season, yeah. So
Ah, okay,
Wow.
okay, okay.
mm-mm. And I know Dwight York scored hat-trick, but one player caught my eye was David Beckham. I mean, the way he passed was art, man. I mean, yes.
Sure, not
And
because he's amazingly good looks.
no. I'm
He
sorry.
was born.
I'm
I
straight.
think he was born at the time,
I'm
lah.
straight. But the way the way he makes things look simple, right? And
Yeah, he's a fantastic player.
yeah, and to top up that as well, during my secondary school, I had a state football coach, right? And somehow he was scouting, the track and field team, because he needs someone fast in his team, right? To build something. So I do not want to reveal school names and everything, blah, and which state and everything. But you could imagine, this is like a proper sports school. So he was looking at that, and then he was speaking to my athletic coach, and then he was telling to me, "Do you want to try out for the football team?" Right. So all of this went together, and then then I said, okay, maybe I give a try out for the football team, and since then, and I remember he said to me that I told him that I did not have the basics because I really start late. I started like Form 2, guys, like 14 years old. And you could see my colleagues, my teammates are all, they know how to pass the ball, they know how to kick the ball.
Same. Likewise, I also started at 14 only.
Okay. So you could imagine they have the skill, they have everything. But I remember this coach, and I remember he said that he said skills and technique, right, does not win games.
Athleticism.
Passion
Okay.
and stamina win games, right?
Athleticism, yeah.
And he showed the striker, and he showed my striker. You see, this guy will not play the whole. That time we don't play until 90 minutes because we are
70,
still,
yeah?
maybe 70 or 75 minutes ago. 35, correct. 35.
Yeah.
So
35,
he said
35.
that this guy, even though he's good, but he couldn't play the whole time. And I need someone who could play the whole match, right? Because most of the team that we play together, they have attacking players that could not play the entire game. So this was his tactic lah. This was his the Jose Mourinho type, right? He's not looking for what should I say lah? He's not looking, or maybe shall I say Alex Ferguson lah, right? Because he brings players that fits to his system, and that's where and me being I like Beckham, then I like Man United, right? So that's why. And because
I know a few
like
people who's
Beckham,
like that.
yeah, I like him as
A
a football
lot of
player.
girls
I
were like
like him
this
as a
also,
football player.
A lot of girls of those era, if you remember, Beckham, then Manchester United.
Yeah. So how much I like him is that when I start training myself, right? When I start training myself, because I have like a because I have to catch up with my teammates, right? So I do not want to feel so lag behind. The passing, my crosses, my everything, I try to mimic as close as David Beckham. Even my shoes, bro. I couldn't, you couldn't get the Predator folded tongue, right? so I have to do it manually lah, bro.
Mm.
I will throw card and then
So you can curl
cut.
you can curl the ball like him or not? You can
Huh?
bend it like him or not?
Can you bend it like Beckham?
Yeah.
I would say I bend it like Blackham. That was my nickname.
but apparently, if you follow the body style,
Yeah.
if you follow the body style, you can actually do it actually.
Yeah, I would say certain free kicks. After some time, I think I did not stay away, came in and then start taking free kicks, corner kicks, and everything. I was not confident in corner kicks. I'm not confident in corner, but I'm more confident in free kicks. I'm more confident in crosses and everything. But yeah, the coach uses my athleticism, my stamina, right? And then he say you just deliver the crossing. You just deliver the crossing. You don't need to do anything much. Yeah, you just. So I played a lot of position. I played winger. I played right back. I played behind the striker and everything, stuff like that. So yeah. So and when Beckham
That
leaves,
sounds really bad. I couldn't help it, man. I played behind the striker.
teruk lah. Yeah, lah. 4-1-1 lah.
Yeah, I understand. You played the Totti position.
Huh?
You played the Francesco Totti's position.
Yeah, I would not call myself Francesco Totti lah, but I'll say I played. I'm a dirty player lah. You know, dirty. You know, dirty play means the one that confused the other team. You know, you simply make rhyme where the team wait, kejar wait. Then you create spaces behind you. I'm that guy lah.
Yep.
That's where the you know, and that's why I really appreciate, you know, the players like Conte, you know, players like Makalele, players like Ole Gunnar. I got to say, right? You know they don't score much. I don't score much as well. I try to assist as much as I can, but you know you need them to create for the other team, right? And I agree
You
with you.
take pride in your assist lah. You are
Come
more
again?
proud of your assists than your goals. You're more proud of your assists than your goals lah.
Yes. Like I mentioned,
I know
Beckham
how
don't
that feels
score
like.
goals, right? So if I can get as
I
much
know.
as assists, if I can get crosses where my striker can hit in or tap it, or that, memang
Yep. On the plate. Give them on the plate.
give them on the plate. They memang afterwards, after the game, my teammate will know, this one sure belagak lah. Ui, nampak tak aku band macam Beckham? And they will say, kau macam Blackham. you know, I will poyo lah afterwards. I will poyo lah. Then they will say, aku malas nak score tu kalau Syarif bagi you. Those were the conversations lah.
Right.
No, because there's a general lack of appreciation for assists and beautiful passes and all these things. When you play, people they but I like the idea that you modeled your game up to David Beckham. So I just want to have a follow-up question. Matthew, who do you model your game from?
Me.
Yeah.
Fabian Barthez lah.
Oof. Okay, so here's the joke, right? So here's the joke, because I never started as a keeper. So when I started, I was obviously outfield. I started off as a right winger, right? Of course, I can echo, Sharif saying, David Beckham. I admired his game, his crosses, his
So the
style
same
of
lah.
play, and So it started with that, but it's not that he wasn't a player that I wasn't a favorite player of mine. I just like the way he sets the goal, he creates and crossing into the box, and you get
He was
all
an
this.
incredible center midfield as well.
He
I
was
love him
Yeah,
center midfield.
marvelous.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
I think the closest.
He could see passes that you couldn't see. That's what I like about him.
Yep.
He could see
Exactly.
passes that you couldn't see.
I agree. So if you, to answer your question, I admired David Beckham's game, but then at the same time on the left side, because I was a right footer, right? And eventually I worked more on my left. So of course, Ryan Giggs and David Beckham, right, on the left and the
So
right.
when you go to when you go to the field of this one, you imagine like you're like embodying that Ryan Giggs spirit inside.
Yeah. So
and
I
know it sounds childish, but I'm sure we all do this.
But for me, thankfully, I could run. I was a runner. I'm not as athletic, not like Sharif, but I had speed, right, when I was much younger. And I'm talking this, like, when between my what 16, 17, 18, 19, right, during that age. So I did not develop myself as that. Why? Because quite unfortunate, I injured my lower back. So after I got injured, I came back and I became, I started to develop more on my left foot, right? And I started to work on that more. And what? I eventually became a left back. I became a left center back, and I was playing. I was literally, I became a left full back. This is on field, yeah. But then and then eventually I stopped playing field because futsal became a thing. And eventually I became an accidental keeper. So it's because there was a series of three. Yeah, let's put it that way, right? So I didn't realize all this. So there was a series of back-to-back friendly matches with the same team. Yeah. Can't remember with who. This was back in 08, 09. And the previous two games was that we had a keeper. So the third game, that person could not join. He had another game to play. So everyone looked at me like, man, if we lose this, never mind lah. We already won the first two games. So if we lose this also, never mind. You just go and play keeper. I said, okay. So I played. And we won that game.
By what? What was the score?
Yeah, so and it was a tight
5-4.
it was a pretty tight game. Yeah, so it was like, so I think the score line was around that. So it was like we score, they score, we score, they score, right? So it was back to back, right? But I recall we won 5-4, or was it a 3-2 or something like that? I cannot remember. But after that game, and I played full-time keeper, yeah. And that's when all my whole team looked at me. It's like, man,
It's not.
just play keeper from now on. So hence I became the accidental keeper. And since 08, 09 until today, so every time when I join friends and play, it's like, they ask me things like, hey Matt, you play futsal? I say, yeah, I do, right? So okay. Hey, come lah, join us. And my follow-up question is, do you guys have a keeper? They say, oh no lah, we just rotate only and play. I say, okay, bring it on.
But
So
I like,
and that's how
But you
it
didn't
all.
answer my question. You didn't answer my question,
So
Matt.
to model your game, okay, so on the right and left is, I would like to think, okay, to answer you, yes, backs on the right, kicks on the left. But
many models,
because my longest
Goalkeeper?
so as a keeper, okay, yeah. So now it gets more real, yeah. So as a keeper, I would like, Oliver Kahn.
Donnarumma.
Oliver Kahn.
Actually, you are right. You are right. You are right. You are right, actually, because you do show that, Kevin, you have seen him play, right? He's like, he gets angry and annoyed.
He's a really good keeper. I mean, his view, his distribution.
No, not the view, not the view. Not the distribution.
But
He has some good balls.
well, haters will be haters lah. But yeah, so to answer your
Oliver Kahn. Nice.
Oliver Kahn was the keeper. I mean, of course, I never supported Germany, but every time when I watch Germany, like, okay, for instance, okay, memory lane, Brazil and Germany in the 2002
the final.
2000, the finals, right, the World
Yokohama.
Cup finals. Exactly, and looking at the build up and looking at Oliver Kahn, right, I was thinking,
Oh, yeah. He was the best player.
that is one hell of a
Yeah.
keeper, man. So
Yeah.
I tend to, maybe I developed that sort of, okay, look, for those who
Aura
played,
lah.
yeah, that aura, that vibe, that aggression and all that, maybe it was from obviously from Oliver Kahn, but yeah, so I kind of modeled it. But of course, as years went by, probably the next best keeper in my eyes, I mean, again, those who have tuned in, you can always debate with me on this, right? This keeper is about to retire soon, but I would like to think Manuel Neuer.
Oh.
Manuel Neuer,
He's
the
awesome.
next German.
German
Yeah,
keeper as well.
it's another German. Yeah, so
I think you got the German spirit in you, man.
you could say lah. So,
But
yeah, I mean, of course, of course, you asked me to name a few. Yeah, but I support England, right? But unfortunately, England, I have said David Seaman before, but I don't know. Maybe it's just his mustache. His mustache is what I like back then. but again, but yeah, I've liked David Seaman. Obviously, I have. And okay, coming a bit more forward, look, Edwin van der Sar, Peter Schmeichel.
Oh, yeah.
some of these marvelous keepers that I think I've watched them play. I mean, watch them like when they play, supporting Man United and all that stuff, right? So I've seen a series of good goalkeepers, even from other clubs as well, right? So but the ones that really really stood out, caught my eye, obviously was Oliver Kahn, um, and yeah, Han,
Neuer.
yeah,
Neuer.
and Manuel Neuer.
But
These are the
the reason why I asked is that because we are going back to memory lanes and everything, right? So like for me, it was the football that I wanted to become or channel the energy when I was young was Fabio Cannavaro after
ooh,
World Cup '98.
right.
And I was defender throughout, and after I went to
You're a
college and
defender.
maybe
Okay.
beyond that, and later on in my life, there was one player I channeled energy even in the futsal club or tried to channel, but this will be a total surprise lah. It's Steven Gerrard.
Mhm. Oh,
Steven Gerrard.
as much as you kind of gave your comments on Steven Gerrard, but you still
I mean, because I never say he's a bad player. I think he's incredible. That's why I like to play down in the center towards the right, and it's like it was that. Of course, never scored fantastic goals like him, but that was the
Mhm.
player I tried to
right,
channel
right,
when I'm
right. To
playing lah,
emulate that and all that.
to
Okay, that's
emulate lah.
nice.
I want to know about Kevin and Raj also.
Oh yes, correct.
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
who
I mean,
like to see
it's
myself?
like the point I'm trying to say that when we play the game, you feel that you want to be like someone. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you all had this feeling, young, old.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mhm.
So this
Okay.
is one of the questions I always want to. I mean, never really asked my friend. No, we had this conversation before, but I want to know, Kevin, what you channel? Because I've seen you play. So what do
Yeah.
you think?
Okay, so normally I will always play two positions. It's either centre back or up front. So these two positions. And when
Striker.
I'm playing centre back, yeah, striker. When I'm playing centre back, the only person I look up to, and this is a person I supported ever since until he retired, is Sammy Hipia.
Oof.
Oh,
So I
But he
like
wasn't
the
really
way
a
he plays.
stylish footballer, huh?
He's not. He's a no-nonsense defender.
Basic, yeah.
Yeah.
The ball comes to you, hits it out, and just clear. To me, that is what a defender is.
Mm.
Get the ball, just clear it out. You don't have to back pass or kick it out. Just whack it up. That is all you got to do. And he's so calm. He's slow, but he will know how to track back and defend against the fast-paced strikers. So in defense is Hipia. When I'm playing striker, is Fernando Torres.
Ooh, the traitor.
I love the way he plays as well. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
No,
not
no,
even
which
close to his
Torres?
school
The
age,
Liverpool
but-
Torres or the
yeah.
Chelsea one? There's difference,
Obviously, the
Oh,
Liverpool
Liverpool
Torres
Torres.
lah.
But to be fair, the
Please
Chelsea
lah.
one won everything.
Winning
Yeah,
everything
but-
is secondary.
but
Gameplay.
But that's the part. That is the time of Fernando Torres's career where kind of like
Superb.
been overlooked. I feel in my I don't know. I mean, look,
How
y'all can
good he was
I don't know.
for Liverpool.
because I feel he was so good at Liverpool. So the move,
Yeah.
he shouldn't have left for Chelsea.
He shouldn't have
for
left.
Chelsea lah. Exactly. So I mean, well, he's one
But
striker.
he
I
won
never-
everything in Chelsea lah. He won everything under the sun, no, with Chelsea.
Yeah, that's true.
Everything.
Yeah, I
that's
agree.
why
I
one
agree.
move. Yeah.
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 But I think he gave nightmares for Vidic lah. Actually. That was
Yeah. I would like to think.
Yeah.
So, Raj, how about
These
you?
two players.
Raj.
Okay, I was not much of a football player, leave alone futsal. I mean, a few stints with these guys. For me, it'll be more to Eric Cantona. His command in the pitch. And as Kevin said, he's also another no nonsense player. I don't show
Eric
off.
Cantona is a
I show
nonsense.
off
I mean,
after
he did a lot of
scoring the goal.
nonsense.
I mean, besides that, the few, the famous flying kick and all that. But other than that,
Talking
he
about the
was,
gameplay
he was just, I'm here to play the game. I'm here to score goals, and that's what I do.
He was
And,
the
you know,
real
that-
superstar for Manchester United, no? They bought.
When I mean, during that age, when I was actually, watching him, wow, yes, yeah, superstar.
Yeah, I can never forget the goal, man. That goal, he will chip and then he will just look at the stadium.
Oh,
and
correct,
then-
his hands just-
I
yes,
scored it.
Easy.
I mean, like,
That actually brings a small memory. I think Matt would remember this, and Kevin might, because Matt was initially speaking about the accidental keeper. I scored an accidental goal against him. Matt, I'm very sure you
Matt,
actually remember this,
Matt.
bro. There was fireworks after that, bro. Actual
You
fireworks after
you
I scored. Cela
yeah.
Kangkang.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
The ball went
It was a
behind the
Cantona
net,
moment.
and outside there was actual fireworks. Ngam
And
ngam.
you had to remind me about that goal. So
No, I mean you reminded me. Accidental keeper. I remember the
accidental keeper.
accidental goal.
Accidental goal scorer.
Yeah. So I mean that was the only time I think I recreated Eric Cantona. I just stood back and lifted my arms. Well, I score goals too, man.
I mean,
Yeah.
that Cantona goal was those who don't know, that was a real Rajini moment, man.
That was
Yeah,
I
right.
mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that was a
Yes,
real
yes,
Rajini
yes,
moment,
yes,
man.
yes.
And it was
Correct.
in slow motion as well. Wow,
Correct.
just like I
Exactly.
mean, looking at that goal now also, it gives me goosebumps.
Yeah,
So
agreed,
of course,
agreed.
since you brought up some memory lane topics, and especially the goal you scored against me, right? I mean, at the end, it's a life of a goalkeeper, lah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No matter how good you make the saves, it's
Remember the
they always
misses.
remember the ones that missed.
You always going to remember that
No,
one.
I mean, I remember that moment because that was the greatest goal for me. I play very, very little games, but when I play, I think this is what happens, lah.
And was that your last time you played futsal?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes.
Well, you
he
leave
scored
at your
against you and he retired.
and it's,
Yes, I retired with a bang. So, with fireworks at the back. So,
Matthew, good moments for everyone.
yeah. I mean that was I remember that lah. So and I was in disbelief, right? Letting that goal in.
correct.
And
correct.
right after the ball hit at the back of the net was when the fireworks just
Fireworks
littered,
came out.
and I was like,
Wow.
so that topped it up, lah. So I mean, brilliant goal,
It was
man.
meant
Brilliant
to
goal,
be.
meant to
Thanks,
be,
man.
man. Yeah, so
Thanks,
good
thanks.
goal, yeah. So that's that, man. So but okay, that's nice, right? Because I mean, of course, Eric Cantona was that player of yours and all that, right? I mean, and maybe I missed out one part when during my defending days, right, on the field, and also as a defender, probably some of my favorite defenders. Well, of course, Paolo Maldini lah. Paolo Maldini was. I mean, there's no way I could. There's no way you could
That
emulate
was
the
like
game.
incredible,
Yeah.
man. Paolo Maldini.
Exactly right. That aggression, that the no nonsense tackles and all that.
No,
So
they made the Italians, especially in that
And-
era, not so
and
much now. They made
Good.
defending
Correct.
art.
correct. So
Yeah.
and it's like the tackles he makes,
Sliding.
right? And it's so well timed, So and that's one thing that I feel as a defender. I mean, some of the probably these are whatever I'm saying is probably just the basics, right? It's just the way they visualize, the way they
Yeah.
pose that threat against attackers,
Yeah.
right? And
Body
the
position.
positioning, the
Yeah.
time, the timing
Correct.
when they
Timing.
need to
It's
go
not
in for
about
the
pace.
tackle, and exactly, it's not even pace. I don't think he was all that pacey of a defender,
No,
but
he's not. He's not.
No.
he's not pacey. But the moment it's like that great AC Milan team lah, bloody hell. That great AC Milan team lah. I think if you watch the when Ruud van Nistelrooy was giving that talk I'm not sure which
Yeah, he
university, and when
Yeah.
you're seeing
So-
Nesta, you see Cafu, Nesta, Maldini, and Stam. Oh man! And then just a bit in front of them, you have Gattuso. Oh man! So frightening defenders and very frightening, So I mean, I kind of like when I think about it, I say, "Woo, these are defenders that nice to input into your game and be aggressive and all right." But of course, I was never close to any of that.
no one. I mean, like none of us are.
Nowhere lah. You
But
can't
they were
go
using the
close. lah.
Catenaccio system, actually, the chain system. And I think now modern day football is using that, actually. So that's why you can actually, it's much better. They used to do, a mix of man marking system. Now, very rare teams man mark or they do mix. But
Zona.
those were the Italian days, man.
Yeah, exactly. The man marking is it's a bit not there anymore, I feel.
No, Newcastle does
No.
man marking now.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Newcastle. Yes, right.
Yeah,
But
for some weird reason, they do it.
I'm still feel
Arsenal,
that is really a really good way of defending. I'm not a big fan of zonal marking. I feel man
but
marking is
you
supposed to be
have to be
the one. Yeah.
precise. Actually, there's no one to cover up
Yeah.
once you make a mistake. That is the
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
Actually, yeah. You see, like I think like Arsenal does zonal, Liverpool
Mhm.
does zonal.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Yes.
So I'm not a big
yeah,
fan
when they
of that,
defend
but
corner and everything, they play a lot of
it doesn't
zonal.
really work.
Yep. Yep.
Uh, it depends on your player profile and how
Mhm.
comfortable they are to go and stick to another player and how far they can go. So it depends on. I don't know whether a coach nowadays they take a tactic based on the team they have or
Mhm.
something they have in their brain and make the team play to it.
Mhm.
So it's well, that's for another time.
All right, man. So I would like to think we have come to the end of this show
Yes,
in
we are,
of
sir.
episode 5. As all of us took us through memory lane, yeah, on the clubs we supported, and not just on memory lanes on the clubs we supported. I think we have also ran through a lot of players that we. I mean, of course, in a way, we try to emulate, but we never get close. Of course, as fans, as football or let alone futsal players like us and all that, right? So, of course, for those who have tuned in, really, really thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope you've enjoyed the show. And stay tuned to our next episode where we will be covering the upcoming fixtures of the English Premier League. I think we are in game week 4. Yeah, we are in game week 4, and of course we'll be not just covering on the fixtures. We will also be covering on the teams and the expectations as well on what we could foresee to potentially happen. Maybe some predictions. Never know, right? So on to the next episode. So once again, to those who have joined in, of course, yeah, we are missing Sharif. He had to drop off already. So of course, Sharif, Kuhan, Raj, Kevin, really thank you very much. And once again, to all the viewers, if you are new to this channel, stick around, hit that like and subscribe button, drop us your comments, share with us, the teams that you support, why you support, and which are the teams that you hate the most and all that stuff. So we will really, we will do our very best to respond to each and every one of you. And once again, on to the next episode. Peace out. Cheers.
Bye.